Hey guys, I'm Angela and welcome back to Hobby Night. Today we're going to be talking about Lego, but not the built ones. I've noticed recently people online are showing off their Warhammer piles of shame. And as you can see, I have my Warhammer pile of shame directly behind me. But you guys have seen this before, and do let me know if you think anything's changed, because personally, I don't really think it's been updated that much since the last time I showed it off to you. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. We're not here to talk about my Warhammer pile of shame, or even my scale model pile of shame, which you can see here. No, instead today, we're talking about my Lego pile of shame. And I'll be honest, this isn't even all of it. However, before we start talking about the individual kits that I have to build still, I want to go ahead and talk about the room that we're standing in, because this is the Lego room. And while I did do a house tour not too long ago, this room was sort of skipped over because you see it was mostly storage and we had not gotten anything like put together in here. But now we have a plan. We're gonna put a couple more shelves on this side, just like this one, so we can start displaying our actual built pieces again, and hopefully give me space to start building these ones up that we're about to look at here shortly. Also, we're going to set up some tables over here, maybe put a corner shelf here, and we're gonna get a big main table where I can actually start doing things, building things regularly again, and not have it interrupt my other hobbies, which has honestly been the biggest problem with continuing my Lego hobby, is it ends up taking up my desk space for my miniatures, and I can't have that. So we're gonna get another table for that. This wall is also going to have shelves. We may end up putting like a TV in here potentially, because we might spend a lot of time in here as we continue to build kits. And hopefully the Lego city will be set up back here and all sorts of things. But now that we've gone over how the room is going to roughly be set up in the loosest of terms, I want to actually talk about these kits that I have, because there's a lot of really cool ones here, especially those Monkey Kid kits. So let's begin. Hey guys, I'm just jumping into the video to remind you to hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying the content that you find here. And if you're into the spicier side of the hobby, then I invite you to join my VIP page. New subscribers get 50% off their first month's subscription. I hope to see you there. Now, let's go ahead and get back to the video. Let's actually start talking about this giant pile of Lego behind me, because there are a lot of very fun, very cool kits in here. Some very modern, some that are a little bit older. I don't think we have anything like super vintage, but let's start going through things. Now, if you have been following me for a while, you will have seen some of these Lego kits and other kits that we've built on the channel previously, and you probably saw the Avengers Tower. And while I haven't been collecting hugely into the Marvel products recently, I have this Venom. And the reason we got him is because the Avengers Tower and the Daily Bugle and a couple of other products all have a lot of really great superhero minifigures. And I want to have a superhero section of my Lego city where all of those buildings go, the Sanctum Sanctorum, the Daily Bugle, etc. And I want to add a bunch of characters to it as well. So we're going to be collecting those throughout time. Now, you might have noticed this little cute Sonic. This is a Chaos Cultist Lego set. He is a massive...
That's not a Sonic, that's a crab meat.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, this is a crab meat. I apologize.
Hold it up for the camera, please.
I apologize. You're right. Sonic isn't even in this as even a minifigure. It is just the crab, which comes with a tiny, adorable turtle who's inside of him, and we must save him.
He's the very first enemy in the very first Sonic game.
Yes, and I knew that, and I got this for Chaos Cultist relatively recently. I think it was for Christmas, actually.
So she's lying, everyone. I bought her some Lego for Valentine's Day, and when I bought that, I used my Lego VIP points to purchase that for me. It's been in the house less than 2 weeks.
That's why I thought it was something I got you, because going back to the Marvel stuff, I actually picked up the X-Men Jet, the 97 version, which is relatively new, a little bit controversial because the piece count to the price of this particular set, a lot of Lego fans were not fans of or excited about. I wasn't even excited about it, but I wanted these minifigures for our collection, and I knew that Chaos Cultist loved the 97 and the early 90s like X-Men show, and I had to get it for him. I knew it was expensive, I knew it was a little bit overpriced, but I still had to get it anyways.
I just wanted the M-Man figure.
We really did. I mean, it's just so good. It's just so good. Now, speaking of things that maybe I am a bit more specific about and is more of a me Lego type product, it's the Botanicals set. I have a number of these. Chaos Cultist actually spoiled me. He absolutely spoiled me this Valentine's Day with a bunch of floral botanicals from Lego. I've actually already built one, so I have been working through the pile of shame and not just adding new things to it. I know that's a problem that we all have, and I'm just saying that I have in fact worked on things. In fact, you can watch a live stream of me working on it a little bit, but I did complete it. Because I didn't finish it on the live stream. It would have been forever. But I did finally complete the bouquet. I have this one left, and I think there's a couple others in here, and we'll go through those as we get to them. But I love the botanicals. I think they're super cute. Honestly, I will say, just if you have like a girlfriend or a wife or something who maybe you want to get into Lego, it might be a really fun one to do because honestly, the piece usage, I just find really extraordinarily fun to play with when it comes to the botanicals. They really do some fun stuff with it. So I love them. Now, before we start talking about this giant pile of Star Wars that's here, there's one thing that I want to pull out and talk about first. Hopefully.
No, that's on top of it.
Without.
That's definitely on top of it.
Destroying everything. Okay, good. I didn't destroy everything. Still superhero. This one is a little bit different though. We don't have a lot of the DC product for Lego. However, this was a gift from the Chaos Cultist's mother. Thank you very much for that. I think it's really cool. I think this is the Adam West?
Yes.
Okay, this is the Adam West.
I was waiting to see what she would say. I was like, will she remember? Will she say the 1960s Batman?
I couldn't.
Will she say the original TV Batman? Will she say the Batman that starred the mayor of Quahog? But
the mayor of Quahog?
Adam West was the voice actor for the mayor of Quahog in Family Guy until his passing.
Oh my god, I actually completely forgot about that. He was
Mayor Adam West. He just played Adam West.
I completely forgot about that. That's freaking hilarious to me. Yes, I remember. Yes, I do remember now. I completely forgot he was playing himself in that.
Yeah.
That is hilarious. But yeah, it's the Adam West Batmobile. Classic, beautiful colors. I actually really, much like the botanicals, I think the cars and any of the, both with the speed line as well as these ones that they do for the various movies and Technic sets and all of those kinds of things, all of them are really cool. And I think this still moves, right? Like this can roll around.
No, it's a Technic car.
Oh, is it a full Technic car? Okay, cool. I hadn't looked into this one much recently.
Well, actually, I did take that back. I don't know if it's a quote-unquote Technic car, but I do know that it's the same scale. You know that Mustang that we have downstairs?
Yes.
It's to scale with that one.
Got it. Yeah, it does look like there may be some significant Technic pieces in it. I love just the attention to detail that ends up going into this scale.
I'm assuming it's still on rolling axles.
I think it is. Yes, I think it definitely is. But yeah, very excited to eventually get that built up. I'm not really sure where it's going to fit into our collection because, like I said, it's literally the only DC branded thing that we have.
Cars, because I have a few cars.
That's true. And I do want to get a couple of additional cars. They're not in this collection yet. I'm holding off on buying them because I want to get through this pile a little bit, but that is down the line. Okay. Now that we've talked about Batman, we can move over to an entirely different space-oriented IP with Star Wars. And I think we've mostly sort of kept it to this little area. As you can see...
Listen, I might include some B-roll of the Star Wars that's in the closet behind her.
Back there, there's a lot more droids and particularly clones. A lot of clones in the closet. If you have been following this channel for a while, you will have seen us put together a full build of the 312th for Ahsoka's units of clone troopers, and I loved doing that.
Is it the 312th or the 332nd?
The ones that stormed Mandalore, the ones that have all of Ahsoka's markings on their helmets. That's the Legion we put together for our clone troopers. And I actually adored doing that. Unfortunately, the video didn't do super well for us. But that's why Chaos Cultist and I have actually been thinking, since we have so much of this and we have a room dedicated to it, and we do want to continue making not product, but videos based around Lego.
Lego product.
we might be starting a Lego channel soon. So keep an eye out for that. That's something that we've been discussing. I'm in favor of it. We just need to figure out like a name and get it all set up. But I really think that might be something that we do just because I want to keep building things. It might be a stream specific like channel, by the way, where we're just building through a lot of these kits, maybe working on the Lego city down the line. But let me know if you're interested in that. But we have a ton of Star Wars here. Let's go through some of them. Some of these you probably are just like, okay, army building, we get it. That's what a lot of anything with the droids, anything with the clones is.
Yeah, actually, I did not pull out any of our battle boxes.
No, none of the battle boxes are out.
You'll actually notice, with the exception of that clone trooper carrier, which was a gift with purchase, you couldn't buy that one.
Yep.
They're once again, maybe we'll show the rest of the Star Wars later.
Maybe. But one guy I do want to call out is Rex, because I had to get this little kit. There's no way I'm spending $200 on the old Rex minifig.
Is that what he's down to? Because I remember when he was $500.
I don't know what he's down to. I haven't actually looked to see what he's... Right? Yeah, the OG. But I remember at one point, I think we saw him in a bricks and minifig store for around $250 or $300.
That would make sense.
And that's where I'm getting my pricing from. I don't know if like online he's sold for more. He probably is. We also have a couple more of the dioramas, and I'm really sad.
Whoa!
It was bound to happen. I'm really sad that they aren't doing these style as much as they once were. These are the ones that they sort of blocked off and created a little like individual scene that was almost framed. And they're not doing this as much anymore. This is, I think, the last one we have to build, because we actually have the other 5 already built.
The other 6 already built.
Oh, I'm sorry. The other 6 already built, although I do need to do some repairs on Endor because the trees have collapsed. But I didn't survive the move well. But we have that as well.
The Mos Espa pod race, this was the last one they released.
Yes, and now they're doing like more of this style where they're like doing small standees of some of the ships, which I do enjoy. Like this is the invisible hand.
MIDI scale.
Yes, they're like MIDI scale stuff. And I don't like the mini scale that they do where they're like very few pieces and you get them in the little micro bags and such. But I do enjoy these. I enjoy these quite a bit. And I'm looking forward to building this particular one because this is, the invisible hand is Blue Bounty Hunter.
Nope.
No, it's not.
Nope.
Who's this one then?
Grievous.
This is Grievous's. Okay, I knew it was somebody on the Separatist side, but I couldn't remember if it was...
Yeah, that's a banking clan flagship.
Got it. Okay, I knew it was tied to a character I really loved, but I couldn't remember which one. And I thought it was... What is his name? What is that bounty hunter's name?
Cad Bane?
Cad Bane, thank you. I should have known that.
He doesn't have a capital ship. He only has a Corvette.
He just has the Corvette.
Yeah,
I see.
This thing is the size of like
It's the big...
Yeah, it's like the size of a Mon Calamari cruiser.
Ah, okay, got it. We also have, just going through a few more of the Star Wars kits real quick, we do have the brick heads, which I'm not the biggest fan of. Like, I don't collect all of them, but the reason I got this one is because, oh my gosh, he's on this side. He's on this side, on the other side. Darth Maul. Darth Maul is my favorite boy.
I think Padme's cute.
Padme is also cute, and honestly, this might be blasphemy to say. In fact, I can't believe these words are coming out of my mouth.
I will throw something.
I kind of even like the annoying one. I won't say his name because I don't want Rex to be thrown at me. Fine. I kind of like the Jar Jar Binks. That was amazing. That didn't hurt at all. But that was great. Like the flat side, he's kind of cute. Look at him. He's kind of cute. He's stupid looking and it works in this form. So I kind of love it. Everything else here is bigger ships that are either duplicates of some things that we have or we just want to have from the shows that we've watched. This is the only one that we've gotten that isn't from something we've watched. I just liked the look of this ship. And I haven't watched the series.
I have heard no one say anything about Skeleton Crew, positive or negative.
Yeah, I have heard
It wasn't
nothing.
like Ahsoka or the Acolyte. Mm-hmm. I heard nothing.
Yeah, it just
worries me.
Yeah, which really worries me, but I do think the ship looks really cool, and down the line I eventually will.
The minifigures look cool, too.
Oh yeah, the minifigs are great. I especially like the little alien guy. The little, like, I don't know what this alien species is in Star Wars off the top of my head, but the little elephant-looking guys.
I like the edgy-looking girl. KB or K8, whatever her name is.
KB, yes.
KB.
Yeah, she's kind of got sister hair, actually. Like
She
sister
does? Oh
about.
my god, you have a sister.
I do.
for battle minifig.
That's amazing. Okay, let's keep going. Let's not.
Okay.
No, you
can't. I just gotta call that out. Like, come on, guys. Sister of Battle, Bob haircut.
Totally. I mean, even her minifigure head, because she's got like the visor,
yeah.
You could totally make that just being some sort of like mechanical augment for the Imperium. I completely love that. All right, we've gone over Star Wars. We've talked a lot about that. Let's go ahead. We're gonna jump around a smidge here because we're running into a little bit of our Monkey Kid product, and it's kind of spread out. I am the biggest proponent for collecting Monkey Kid, and I am so sad that it's over. If you guys are not familiar, Monkey Kid is a Lego IP unique to them. It's based off of the legend of Su Wukong, or did I say that? Sun Wukong. Sorry, Sun Wukong.
Journey to the West.
Journey to the West.
Dragon Ball.
The Monkey King. It's the Monkey King story, but told via Lego figures, and I love these kits. I cannot gush enough about...
The animation on the show is good, too.
The animation on the show is amazing. But really, I want to talk about how good these kits are, because not only do I think they are incredibly fun and unique designs that are iterations, of course, of things that I have seen before, because I've watched a lot of Journey to the West product.
Hold some of them up to the camera while you talk about it.
Yes, let me do that, actually. This is another Star Wars one that we just... So, like, for example, just look at this giant bone demon. Like, he's so cool. The minifigs in these particular kits are really, really amazing. And the builds are just so insanely fun. Like, there's a lot of, like, interesting things that you're doing. They're not overly repetitive. There's a lot of unique pieces that you get to end up using. And, I mean, you guys probably know this about me. I am a big fan of giant robots. And Monkey Kid not only does city buildings, which I absolutely love as well, but they have a bunch of giant robot type things. Obviously, this isn't a giant robot, but
I mean, it's a kaiju.
It is a kaiju, but also it's fine. This is a giant robot, and just look how amazing that particular kit is. Like, I just cannot get over the intricacies, the detail. Now, I will say that the Monkey Kid sets, and this is something that some people don't like about them, they do tend to have a fair number of stickers. Yeah. Because there's a lot of like Asian print, etc., that they're putting onto all of these like really cool, intricate things, and they don't want to print unique printed pieces for that. I get that, because I would make those really, really expensive.
But the Mecha Spider.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, the Mecha Spider. Look at the Mecha Spider.
The Spider Queen. Now, this is, I think, something I just want to call out.
Yes, please do.
Is that if you miss, like, Power Diggers or some of the more, like, fantastical humans doing stuff that isn't Marvel, Star Wars, etc., Monkey Kid was great. Because show the back of this box.
Oh, yeah. Look at...
Because that spider's butt opens up into a base like Mighty Max.
And it's so cool. And this is, I think, one of the reasons that I think the Monkey Kid products are so interesting and fun to build, both for adults as well as kids to sit and play with them afterwards. And I'm so sad that because this was really unpopular in the US.
It was aimed at China, and it did well in China.
It did. And it was, I think you could buy it at like Lego World stores or Lego, like maybe the Lego Land stores, but like the big official ones. But the ones that, like the small ones that you could find in malls, they didn't sell this stuff. So you normally had to order it online. It was kind of tough to get a hold of. And that's why I treasure it.
We bought a number of our secondhand.
Yes.
And we only have about 60% of the full.
Yeah, we're missing a number of them, unfortunately. And the ones that we're missing are very expensive. It is something that down the line, though, I want to eventually pick up. And I will be making videos about it when I do.
The nice thing about it being over, that the line is done, it does mean that there is a finite number to collect.
True.
So
and
you can actually get a complete collection.
Exactly.
But, like, look at this thing.
It's massive.
I haven't seen the season of the show it's from yet.
No, this is actually a season we have not watched yet. And I love everything about all of these designs. And they're all so fun and unique and like
so like, you know,
cohesive, but not.
So if you are, once again, a Dragon Ball fan, you can see Son Goku's power pole right there.
Yep.
And I do have to call out, like, look at these minifigs. You got shrimp soldiers, crab generals.
Generals!
You're going to have crab battles, you're going to have shrimp battles, like, holy hell.
Crab battle! It's one of the reasons I really love it. We have a couple more Monkey Kid stuff over here. We'll talk about that in a bit. We do have one more Star Wars ship here. Darth Maul's ship, in fact. I can't believe I didn't talk about him previously. But I mean, it's Darth Maul. He's like my favorite character in Star Wars, period. Yes, I am claiming that right now officially. Darth Maul is my official favorite #1 character in Star Wars, period. So of course I had to get it. I also have like duplicates of like all of the Darth Maul like minifigs. Like I'm obsessed with that character. I love him so much. He's so good in Clone Wars. Okay, speaking of Monkey Kid, we have another brand that is unique to Lego, and it's actually even sort of like loosely associated, but not really. It's Ninjago. I don't have a lot of Ninjago. We have picked up a couple of the city pieces. Oh yeah, here's another one.
And next to your butt.
Oh, and next to my butt. Here we go.
I'm still missing one of them.
Yes, so we're missing one of them. We have the small micro mini versions of them. We do, however...
For Ninjago City, I don't think we've said that.
Yes, for Ninjago City. However, this one, we do have in its full scale form, which is really cool. And I think we have...
We don't have that one, but that one's available.
That's right. This is the one that we can still get. Is this the one that's not available anymore?
That one's like over $1,000 on the resale market if you want the full scale version.
One day.
Because I think it has the comic book shop in it. Yeah, and so everyone wants the Ninjago downtown comic book shop.
I want the Ninjago downtown comic book shop.
Yep.
Oh man. Okay, so the reason I want the Ninjago stuff is because I want to blend it in with all my Monkey Kid stuff, because a lot of the Monkey Kid buildings I do actually want to incorporate into my Lego city down the line, because I would love to have a dense, just like Asian market, because I know Ninjago is Japanese with ninjas and Monkey Kid is supposed to be Chinese, but I'm just gonna smush them together and make a big giant like Asian market area in my city. And it's gonna be amazing and so dense and beautifully colored, because all of those kits use all of the colors that I love, and it's so good. Speaking of kits that use a lot of colors that I love and are very, very good, let's talk about Dungeons & Dragons, because this was actually submitted by a fan and then turned into a full official Lego kit, which is not something that's uncommon. Lego does this all the time, but I love this particular gigantic kit. It's so heavy. Look at that red dragon. Look at all of the cool like castle. I love how they integrate it all. And I mean, other than just being a D&D nerd and therefore wanting to get this kit, I just thought it was really, really cool, and it's gonna go perfectly with all my medieval stuff, which I don't actually have a lot of. I have a little bit of that's still unbuilt, but most of it actually has been built, because I have a lot of castles and that kind of thing, and I love them. There'll probably be a theme park. I don't know what I'm gonna do with those in the city. I may just do a medieval city
just
separately.
Big Ren Fair, I don't know.
I might just end up being a big Ren Fair. That was my original idea, and I still love that idea, but...
I mean, all that a Ren Fair is, compared to having a separate medieval area, is having a ticket booth between the two.
It's true, and a ticket booth would be super easy to build, so that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing, but it's gonna be the biggest, most ridiculous Ren Fair for a Lego city ever.
I doubt that.
That's probably not true. Well, because I feel like the other ones are just gonna be straight actual medieval villages. They're not Ren Fairs. I don't know. Probably people have done other Ren Fairs.
Talk about the gifts with purchase before we get to the big ones.
So we have a couple of gifts with purchase because, of course, we're part of the Lego fan club. What is it called? Lego VIP program. Because we buy so much of it. So we got a couple of the gifts with purchase. There's actually even a bunch more in the closet that we didn't pull out. But I like this one in particular because it actually has lights, which is really cool. Let me show you the actual lit up side.
Oh, it has a light brick.
Yeah, so it has a light brick in there, so the eyes will actually glow, which I love. Also, it's a pumpkin, and I love Halloween. Who doesn't love Halloween? We also have the space gift with purchase, which any space gift with purchase is a must grab if you are a VIP member, I feel like, because space goes so fast. Like, if they, when they did the Blacktron, it was insane how quickly
the local store, how many people were there for it.
Yeah, and also how quickly they ran out of it. because people were just like buying enough to get like multiples of them. I mean, I think we got multiples of them for that exact same reason. I think this was also a gift with purchase. They tend to come in, like, if they're really small, they come in these cute little boxes.
Entrance gate came with your botanical garden.
Oh, came with the botanical garden? Okay, was this the gift with purchase for buying the botanical garden, which is down here? Got it. And this one also was too, this is just the ideas. Or
that
was
ideas bookshelf, I believe, was if you spent over a certain amount on a special weekend, you got.
I see. Which
it was either that or it came with the museum, but I don't think it came with the museum.
I understand. Yeah, a lot of the big sets, they do tend to, like, if you order it directly from...
If you buy it on release weekend.
Yeah, they'll give you, like, bonuses with your purchases. I think this one is simply because...
You spent over $60 once.
Oh, is that what it was? Did I get this for free? I was like, yes. I have no idea why we even have this brickhead, because I don't collect the brickheads.
When Fortnite launched their collab.
Oh, right. Yes. Okay, good.
That's probably your rarest thing now.
Yes, I think this is the most vintage thing that I own. So as we're going through a couple of small things before we start getting into like the bigger stuff behind me, I just want to call out this Teen Titans Go.
From Lego Dimensions. Rest in peace.
I got this specifically because I wanted the Raven, obviously. I'm a big fan of Raven. I've cosplayed her a number of times. You can find that both on my Instagram and OnlyFans. And I just had to get this. Also, BB looks so cute. Look at his cute little face. Oh, I just want to pinch those cheeks. I love the two of them together. They're adorable. The last small thing that I want to call out is also something that I got very recently. This was another Valentine's Day gift from the Chaos Cultist. And while I am not the biggest fan of like the other Wednesday stuff that they have come out with when it comes to Lego, I love this particular set. Look how freakishly cute Wednesday is. Also, you can put her in her beautiful dress that she wore, and I think it looks stunning. And I'm so happy that her face is like a printed large piece and not stickers. Like, that is just so nice.
Can you imagine if she was like a Mr. Potato Head and you had to stick the eyes
on? God. That would actually be hilarious. But yeah, so I love that. Can't wait to get her built up. I haven't decided which one I'm going to build. I don't know if I'm going to build dress version of her or school uniform version of her, because I love both, but I think I'm leaning towards dress just so that I love her hair more.
I think so.
In the dress form. Okay, now let's go ahead and start working our way down from the top in this pile. We do have, I think this actually was one more gift with purchase. This one here. What was this one called again? This was like the
other side.
The Magic Maze. So it's actually like little mini games. I think you can play with it or something like that.
So what it is it's based on some old toys that were made in the 20th century where you guide a ball through a series of puzzles and challenges.
Yes.
Using little levers to
they still make Magic Maze.
It's analog monkey ball.
Yeah. They still make this. Yeah. Like there's I don't think it's Ravensburger, but it's somebody else.
The little wooden box with the knobs on the side?
They do, but there's also like a board game version that comes in like a blue box, and it's called, or maybe it might be in a white box now, but it's also called Magic Maze, and I think it's roughly based off the same concept at least. Speaking of, this is completely unrelated, but it's beautiful. This was my, I think, final of everything that's in here Valentine's Day gift that I was... Oh, I'm sorry. Is there another one?
The tropical.
Oh, the tropical, yes, because this was another gift with purchase for something? Okay. So these were the last two Valentine's Day gifts that I got. And as you can tell, it was very, very botanical themed. I have to show you guys. If you have not seen the new fern pieces, which are at the tops of the trees, I love those pieces. When they announced that, I was like, yes, along with all of the other people who love plants in Lego, because doing like groundwork and like building up vegetation in your city and stuff became just infinitely more interesting the minute we got those fern pieces. And then I have a variety of like the Chinese New Year sets that I've been collecting over the various years. I have the parade sets and a bunch of other ones that came out, I think like 1 or 2 years ago. And I had to get the fan, not only because it had some like floral stuff that I can put with all of my other botanicals, but just because I really love the color palette of this entire thing. It's just beautiful.
I thought it would blend in well with your botanical sets.
It's going to blend in perfectly with my botanical sets, and I'm super happy about that. Now, let's talk about some of these bigger kits, because we have a bunch of pieces that are all meant to go into the Lego city. One of which, and I was so excited when they announced this, the Lego Natural History Museum.
Show them the back.
This thing is jam-packed, okay? Jam-packed with all sorts of cool rooms and various displays and all sorts of just really interesting things happening. And if you guys have ever built any of these, like, what I would consider sort of the mega building sets where they have full interiors, the modulars. Perfect, thank you. I knew they had a name, but if you've ever built any of these modulars, they're so fun. They take a lot of time because there is a lot of intricacy there, but it's usually a really fun build. They tend to be not super repetitive, except for maybe doing occasionally some of the walls, but like even then, they tend to put enough building or windows and other accessories and just like decorum and greebles, if you will, on the sides of the buildings. It makes it so engaging to build, and I just love it. And when they're done, they're super cool and they fit into my Lego city so well. And I have a thing about having full completed buildings. So the museum is probably one of the, I don't know, I want to build one of these like larger sets if I do start the Lego.
That one would go on plates.
Yes, all of these I would end up putting all of these on plates. So
Viking village and medieval town, you'd have trouble.
They would have space around them, but I could build up green stuff around it. But that's the plan there. So with the Viking village, yes, I would also be adding this to the Ren Fair side of the village. And even though it may be a little awkward to put it onto a plate, I may have to spread it between two. I think I'll still be able to do that easily enough.
I want to check Rebrickable on what you might be able to combine multiple of those into, however.
That's a good point.
Because I could see 2 or 3 of those combining into one hell of a fort.
Oh, I haven't looked on Rebrickable in a while to see what they've come out with for some of these, because like even the museum I bet has some interesting like adjustments to it and stuff. Oh, that's such a good idea. Yes, I'm totally going to do that. Because getting multiple of the villages and combining them to make an even bigger village, that's so exciting.
I wish I had some of those old like $100 castles.
Oh, I know.
Because people made so many mocks using like 5 of them.
I know.
That was a gift again from Mama Cultist.
Yes, this was I believe, Christmas gift or something like that, wasn't it?
Maybe last year. I thought it was a birthday present. But
it may have been.
It was from my mother.
Yes, and we very much appreciate her for it because I am a sucker for the medieval content. If I had one regret, like one major regret of like, I wish I had gotten into Lego earlier, it would have been to get into the castle stuff.
Yeah.
Because I really wish I had just been around and involved in the hobby when stuff was coming out, because it's so expensive now and it's so cool. And I have picked up some of them. I definitely have picked up some of them because I know that like I've seen smaller of the kits piecemeal or just like randomly out and about at my Bricks and Minifigs or Brick by Bricks or any of the other like brick selling stores that are not official Lego stores out there. But even buying them used is sometimes like really expensive. And I'm one of those people that like, I don't mind stickers, but I want them to look good when they're placed on my pieces. And sometimes the old castle stuff, the stickers were put on clearly by children. And it's obvious and they're crooked. I remember
what mine looked like.
Exactly.
As a child.
Now, this is another one of my favorite of the newer modular kits that they came out with because it's
I got you for Christmas.
Yes. Because it's a botanical garden and I love plants. If you haven't figured that out already, I love plants. And this, I just scratched my hand, is a big old building full of plants. And what I love is how varied and like different all the plants are, which is just really, really cool. And
Are you okay?
Yeah, it was just a little heavy.
Are you bleeding?
No, I did give myself a little bit of a cut though.
All right, sorry.
It's totally fine. Now, let's get back to Monkey Kid because it's the last little bit that we need to talk about. And we have a couple more really big pieces to show off. This is actually one of the older kits that we were able to find.
And it has the price tag right on the
And it has the price tag right on the front. Exactly. And it's for the Demon Bowl King. And if you don't know, if you've never watched any of my Lego content on this channel,
Show 'em the back.
I love Demon Bowl King.
Look at that base!
It's so cool!
It goes from a monster truck into like a flamethrower power metal concert.
Exactly. And how is that not badass? I love it so much. Demon Bowl King, not only does he have a wonderful color palette because it's all like purples, pinks, and reds, but he just has such cool stuff. And I'm so glad we were able to find this. I do have, and this was a priority for me when I saw that it was available, I do have the actual Demon Bowl King mech, which I love. It's so good. He's in one of the containers, unfortunately. We haven't pulled him out yet. That'll probably be a priority.
A predatory practice is going to be unleashing the Demon Bowl King across the mat.
Yes. And he shall rule, and I can be his queen. I mean, what? I will replace the Spider Lady. Or
Princess Iron Fan would kick your ass.
I have a fan, and I can.
Iron?
Yes.
Okay.
No. This is another one of the kits that we have, also tied to the Spider Lady. As you can see, she's got a little mini base here.
She is the Spider Queen.
I'm sorry, the Spider Queen. There's a lot of kings and queens and such in Monkey Kid. But this is also one of the big mechs. And one of the reasons I like this one is because they still have Sandy being gigantic in this. Because in future, or in the more modern Monkey Kid sets.
Actually, in the set right behind you.
Yes, actually, I'll show you in the set right behind me. They shrunk him down and made him minifigure size.
So we can see Sandy in the corner. No.
On the back. I was gonna say he's really big right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see how giant he is? He's huge. He's kind of Hulk size, which I love.
It's the same sculpt they use for Hulk and Thanos.
Exactly. But then later on, is he even in this?
Yes.
Yes, he is. So you can see him.
Higher.
Oh, hold on. There. Is that good?
There he is. He's the little blue man next to the cat.
And I'm like, why did they shrink him down? I know it's for cost reasons, but
But also, as we talk about this final set,
yes,
which is the actual city.
Yes.
As you can see, you're not in frame at all.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here you go.
Yeah. So, hold it closer, please. You can see there are these two demons down here near the bottom, this gold and silver horned demon.
Yes.
And they are just generic minifigs. And there's one set that came out with them as actual demons with sculpted heads. And it came out in Series 1, and it's one of the ones we don't have because those two minifigs are each worth like $60.
I do think I remember looking at this set with you, yes. And it is I don't even think it's like a super impressive set. It's just that it's
a car. It's like a Sandy's car being chased by the two demons.
Exactly. And I don't know. I can't get over how cool and intricate these particular sets are. Like the Monkey Kid ones. I mean, you've probably noticed, I kind of love the big kits, right? It's mostly large kits that I like to buy. And it's just because I think they're so fun to build. And honestly, if you are a fan of building miniatures, building Gunpla, building scale model kits, or anything like that, Lego is definitely something that I think you could find yourself getting into because it hits that same, at least for me, it hits that same scratch, or I guess it scratches that same itch is what I mean to say.
If you're trying to outro right now, no, because we do need to show them what is behind the mystical door. So if you would be kind enough to lead us to the door and show us what else you have been hiding.
All right.
We don't need to go into it in detail, but we need to see what is going on. See, there's nothing. Oh, God.
I told you there were a bunch of clones in the closet.
Well,
this is where I keep them. This is where they live until I've assembled them. They're in their little vats right now. They're growing.
What's all this going on? Angela.
Nothing.
Angela.
Nothing. Nope.
Angela.
Nope.
Wait.
Nope. There's just hangers. It's just.
What's that behind you?
My butt.
What's behind your butt?
Shelf.
What's on the shelf?
Air.
I think you're lying to me.
Okay, maybe it's more Lego. Okay, I told you there was a bunch of gifts with purchase and creator sets inside here and a bunch of kits of just bricks because I'm building a Lego city, so I need spare bricks. You know, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem. You have a problem. You're the one watching this video. So that has been me showing off my Lego pile of shame. Let me know what you thought, what you'd like to see me build first, and whether or not you'd be interested in seeing me start a brick associated channel. Thank you so much to not only our patrons, but also our YouTube members for making so content like this can continue to happen. Without your guys' support, we just wouldn't be able to do this. So genuinely, thank you guys very, very much. I have been Angela. I've been joined by the Chaos Cultist today, and I hope you all had a wonderful hobby night.